round victories takes the match.
Yes, and we have our 3-2-1 pills. Both players out of the gate about the same time. Adelito with not much red access at the top of his board. Influx with a little bit more diversity at the top of that board. So we're going to see how he's been able to get through this board pretty quickly, although not a lot of yellow to work with until just now, Pack.
Yeah, there's really a lack of red access on both of their boards at this point. That's going to help open up column 3 as well as column 1 for influx. A little bit of some spire action going on in column 7 that might slow him down a little bit, but actually that's perfect right there, because now he can drop the red fragment on top of the red virus in column 7. And he decides to just go ahead and take the vertical, because he had basically 2 outs there. He could have had a double blue or a blue yellow to ideally to get exactly what he wanted to clean that out, but he wasn't getting either pill, and he eventually just said, forget it, I just want to get this back open so I can keep plays going everywhere.
Speaking of plays going everywhere, Adelito has been making plays left and right. He's already down to 11, now 9 viruses with that drop combo. Gonna need some yellow to get down to the rest of this board. Getting the yellow that he needs, though, so that's really nice to see if your name is Adelito. Probably gonna go for this. He doesn't go for the horizontal. I wonder if oh, I see what he's doing. Wow. Adelito
Yeah,
out of 132.
that is a blazing level 10. He is off to a really hot start.
Influx not too far behind, though. He's got this red horizontal set up. He just needs the pills to do it. There's one, there's the other. 20 seconds behind Adelito at a 152 for Influx. But not a too terrible board to start for him. It's fairly diverse on that top line. Yeah, it's a pretty good start for Influx here.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of double clears available, and the top of the board is mostly flat. That's what you want to see. He's got a horizontal opportunity here if he chooses to take it, and there it is. Just doing a great job of minimizing drop time and closing the gap.
Yeah, it's down to just a 1 to 2 virus deficit now for Influx. But Adelito making some really nice plays here. Only blue access at the moment. He is able to undertuck and get this yellow if he so chooses. Electing not to do that. He's going to go for this red-blue fat log there on the right side of his board. And he's got the yellows on top that will drop down and create another vertical clear as soon as he's able to get that. Now, we've seen Adelito wait patiently in the past for a very long time, which sometimes can come back to hurt him. But Adelito is one of the fastest we have. He does manage to get the red-blue fat log there, drops that down. Now, again, with only blue access at the top, but he's going to be able to clear this out pretty quickly once he gets those blues back.
Yeah, Influx definitely has a big combo set up on the right-hand side of his board, and here it comes, 1, 2, 3, 4. He would love to be able to get rid of those yellows first, but it required some serious pill dependency that he just couldn't wait for. So he's going to be able to clear out that virus in column 1 horizontally as soon as he takes this one out vertically. But Adelito out at about a 342 and a 346 for Influx. This is tightened back up once more.
Yeah, Influx gained 16 seconds there on that level 11. We have a game here, folks, as we move into our penultimate level, playing levels 10 through 13 here in this best of 5 in our first of our semifinal games today. Influx starting to lower that board, but I'm a little nervous for him. That center's getting a little wide open. He may be dealing with some drop time, so he's going to be careful about how he is clearing out these viruses, Packy.
Yeah, he does have a slight lead of 5 viruses right now, but it's really a question of how smooth this endgame is going to go for him. Looks like he's going to go for, okay, maybe I thought for a moment he might try a drop horizontal on that yellow virus in column 1. Looks like that's not the case. And maybe it is after all. Plans are just kind of adjusting on the fly at this point. A nice horizontal clear. Oh, that's perfect.
Wow.
I did not see that.
Yeah, so now Influx has taken the lead over Adelito, about a 5 virus difference now. Adelito making some good plays, though. Got the setups that he wants. He's going to be going for this horizontal blue here in his third row of the board. Just got to get some blues to fire that off, though. Meanwhile, Influx just needing this blue, this red, and then one more yellow, and he will
Blue
be
yellow
out
comes at the
first.
end.
525 for Influx into his final level. Influx
Yeah.
right on his heels, though. Or Adelito.
Yeah, Influx had a slew of blue reds consecutively. I want to say I saw about 8 in a row. And at the end of the blue red blitz is a blue yellow, which is exactly what he needed to finish out the level. So that end game worked out perfectly for him.
See if Influx goes for this red horizontal. He is signaling for it, and he does get it.
Ooh,
And gets
look at that clear.
Don't even know what to call that. Just aside from crazy Influx things, that
It
was
almost looked like
really
a
fun to see.
hashtag to me.
Yeah, it kind of did. As it stands, it is 31 to 43 in favor of Influx. Adelito has the setups that he wants, though, just waiting for the right pills to get it. That yellow-blue really helpful. This yellow-blue not as helpful for him as his blue access was cut off. Now be able to open that up a little bit further. Meanwhile, Influx just trucking along here, Pack.
Yeah, Influx has not been hampered by any major pill dependencies, and Adelito was hampered for a while just by a need for red and the fact that he wasn't getting any. I like that he made the horizontal clear there, nice, quick, and efficient. And this opens up a horizontal clear further down his board. Excuse me.
Influx getting a little greedy here, but it's going to pay off.
Hmm.
Going to be going for that horizontal red there at the bottom, and now he's completely out of blue viruses, so anything blue not going to be helpful for Influx. I wonder if he's going to go for this D sandwich. Not going to go for it on the right side of his board. Probably the right decision. He had the red yellow. Might as well just get the clear and continue on with your board. But thought he might put that yellow on top since he had the red next, but there's the yellow that he needs out at a 729. Adelito just passes that. Influx takes game one.
Awesome game by both players. Adelito's going to be done pretty shortly here. 737, 2 sub-8 times.
Neither of which, by the way, are a top 20 time here in this level block. The 19 and 20 times are both a 720, tied by Adelito and Influx, actually.
Of course. So Influx takes the first crown, and we move on to game two. Adelito is ready. Influx is ready.
Adelito asking, are we going to get a sweep? So far in this tournament, there have been no deciders. So if Influx is able to take these next two games, then that will continue. Adelito definitely doesn't want that to happen, though. So we'll see here as we get underway. Both fairly diverse boards at the top. As far as diversity goes, I think I like Adelito's just a little bit better, but Influx already making some great setups with what he's been given. Gets that red sweet tea a la Savage Octagon. Really nice to see.
Yeah, I was looking at that yellow fragment in column 5 that's hanging off of the blue virus, and I was starting to wonder if he might drop that into a vertical clear. But it looks like he's just working his way around it for now, and he still has it set up if he wants to do it. If he gets a blue yellow, it would be perfect right now. And he gets it, but it's basically but then he gets 2 in a row. Look at that.
Really
RNG smiles upon thee.
Yeah, really nice for Influx. Adelito making some really nice plays on his board too. Probably looking to clear out this blue horizontally. He is going to go ahead and take the garbage. But if you look at his board, you see he's setting up for this blue horizontal that's going to turn that garbage into gold. And it looks like he's going to go for the combo on it. Just going to need a few more yellow blues to do this the most effective way with no garbage. We'll see if he does wait for that. He is going to get it.
Hmm.
But I think that was 4 in a row. So really fortunate RNG for Alito, but it is Influx out first at about a 133.
Influx just blazing through that level 10, and early on this level 11, an early slight lack of access to yellow viruses, but so far he's worked through it just fine.
Speaking of yellow, Adelito gets his out at a 154, a bit behind the 8 ball here, but it is Adelito. We've seen him come back from bigger deficits than 10 viruses before. Anything is possible here as we are moving into level 11. Adelito's getting the setups, but not really getting the pills so far. Would love to take this long red horizontal and drop this yellow down to make it a little more useful. We'll see if he waits for that. He looks like he's not going to.
Nice cross clear there by Influx. He was doing a few drill downs early in the level, which you don't usually see him do unless he absolutely has to and has no other choice in the matter, because he does not like drop time, like most of us.
Yeah, we've definitely seen if you watch Influx's streams and if he takes any type of drop time, we've seen him visibly shudder on stream, and it just goes to show how much he hates that drop time. But sometimes like you said, sometimes you just absolutely have to do it, and I think that was one of those times for Influx. But again, just flying through this level, has this blue horizontal setup, and look at this. He's gonna set up for the L yeah on the reds. Gonna get it. One more blue will get him out of this level. Uh, Not getting the blue at the moment. There it is. 322 for Influx.
Mm. Great pace by Influx coming out of 11. 12 looks a bit more jagged to me, though. I mean, I don't see a ton of opportunities for double clears unless you start going horizontal, and there's a lack of early access to yellow viruses a little bit. But so far, RNG has been cooperating and giving him what he needs.
Adelito just needs this one red. There it is. 349, 27 seconds back.
Good use of the double reds there by Influx to get in between and get those horizontal double and triple clears.
I like that undertuck with the yellow blue that Influx just did, setting himself up to eliminate drop time and have the most effective play. That
Oh,
was
look at
really
this
nice to see.
clear.
Oh my
Nice
goodness.
drop T. It looked like chaos in the middle of that board, but Influx knew exactly what he was doing. Really clever use of his pills there.
And Adelito's still a little bit behind Influx here. A 10 virus deficit for him at the moment, but we did see Influx overcome that in the last game. Adelito making some really nice plays. I feel like he's playing a little bit more straightforward in this game than we've seen him do in the past. And I'm wondering if that's just because of the pills that he's been getting, or if he knows he's behind and trying to play just a little more straightforward to try and get back into this. Not sure, but it's interesting to see.
Yeah, sometimes when you fall behind, you might feel the need to just simplify things and drop things down as quickly as you can. I like this. I like this setup that Influx has going. He's got a fat log if he can get the blue red, and here it comes.
That log.
Let's go.
And meanwhile, Adelito gets a drop cross into another vertical clear.
Yeah, Adelito's got to play column 3 vertically at this point, which isn't really that bad because he already got what he needs, but he needs a couple more reds to get out of here. And there they are.
So 545 for Adelito. Right now, a 10 virus deficit showing on the boards. Doesn't really tell the whole story, though, because Influx already had some setups working in his favor. Already getting down this board pretty well for Influx.
This double red is just what he needs to deal
Mm.
with. Oh, looks
Mm.
like he's just going to delay it a little bit. Okay.
I thought for sure he was going to go for that horizontal immediately.
Yeah, he decided. I guess he probably decided to wait just just because, well, he had a nice little luxury there because by placing that pill like that, he had multiple outs to get that combo throw.
Polito doing a really nice job trying to get back into this. Still 14 down, but you see that undertuck, and the yellow drops down to the yellow underneath. Really nice plays by Influx. Now down to an 11 virus, now a 12 virus deficit for Adelito. Making great plays, trying to get back into this, but Influx with this setup, this double blue going to be perfect for that. Fires that off, gets the drop down and the yellow vertical clear. He has a blue set up down towards the bottom of his board. He's going to get that with that little bit of drop time. See if he's, I wonder if he tried to sandwich that in there. I'm not sure. Maybe going for the de-sandwich. Not sure if that's the right play, but we'll see if he's going to go for that.
Yeah, he needed a double blue to get that D sandwich, and that's a pretty big ask with Dr. Mario's RNG. So he's content to just clear everything out vertically if he needs to, and he's going to be out at a 733.
733 and Adelito still 10 viruses behind at that point. Influx takes game 2. Could we have another sweep in this tournament? Could Adelito go down before the finals for the first time in I don't even know how long?
Adelito has not lost a series yet this year. I refuse to count him out until it's actually over.
Absolutely. I believe we've seen Adelito go down 2-0 before this year already and come back with the reverse sweep. I believe it happened either with Floyd or Savage Octagon in previous months.
We got our readies, and we are set for game 3.
In 3, 2, 1, pills. Influx looking to put Adelito away. Adelito looking to take this game and keep his tournament hopes alive, but an immediate misflip on the left side of his board.
Ooh. Yeah, I had one of those yesterday. Those are not fun.
You hate to see it. You don't wish it on anybody.
Yeah. And Influx's early board honestly looked pretty bad to me at first glance, and now he's got like a canyon in columns 3 and 4 that are just kind of sloping their way up in either direction. It looks like he has a nice horizontal clear setup here, very nice. And Influx actually has a lot of double clear setup. As spired as this board looks, he could be out of here pretty quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, Adelito gets his mess cleared up and is looking pretty good here. Oh, he's going to go for this blue horizontal once this red drops down. And he's going to get the red-blue to do it because, of course, he is.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes some people just have all the luck, but honestly, you got to push yourself in a situation where you can take full advantage of that good luck. And Adelito is one of the best at doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, here we have Influx just needing one more blue. Gonna be out right at 130, which, that's a time we usually see out of level 6.
Yeah, I mean, if I get a 130 out of level 8, I'm satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
But 10, that's excellent. Adelito's still chunking through this 10. He's just about finished. He just needs a fistful of yellow. There it is. 158.
158, a 20-second deficit now for Adelito. And Influx's board, while kind of blue heavy here in his mid game, it actually looks pretty good. He's going to be able to potentially get some double clears with those blues, so it's really not that bad for him. Wondering what he's got planned with those blues in the center, though.
It looks like he's planning for a horizontal clear. Influx is. And right now, basically what he needs is, okay, he's just going to go ahead and trigger it there. A lot of future planning going on Influx's side, who currently has a 2-virus lead.
Yeah, now Adelito has the lead by one virus. He had an influx style Lotus clear, clearing one on with one drop on the right, on the left, and one down the center to get that clear. Um, but Influx now right back in the lead. So these two players just going back and forth, trading blows. This is exactly what we want to see in a semifinals match, but especially against these two players who are two of the best in the game.
Yeah, this yellow virus in column 8 for Influx looks like a serious pressure point right now. Let's see how he decides to tackle this. Because he would need to lower those by a couple of rows. Okay, there we go. There, that's gonna be it, and they're gonna be out at pretty much the same time, 336 to 337. Adelito to Influx right now.
Yeah, what a comeback by Adelito to get right back in the thick of this game. And I think a lot of it just came to some of the setups that Influx was trying to get and just wasn't getting the pills that he needed to fire them off. But doing a great job here by both players. Not loving this board for Influx, though. A lot of blue there at the top that he's been trying to work through, and he's just having to make some really complicated setups to progress this board. While Adelito, on the other hand, with a lot of red, and it's kind of looking a little bit sloped, but I don't think it's going to be too terrible for him.
Yeah, I'm looking at these yellow fragments in the middle of Influx's board. You gotta believe that he's thinking about dropping that down for a big horizontal clear on those yellow viruses. And then he eliminates those yellow fragments, so what do I know?
He still has the opportunity for it, though. If he's able to clear out that red and that blue in his columns 3 and 4, he's gonna get the yellow there. Starting to maybe work on the red. We'll see if he goes for it.
Yeah, but while he's been mucking around on the top of his board, Adelito has taken a 23 virus lead. And I don't think Influx wanted to put those red yellows up there like that.
I think you are right there. And Influx going to be into level 13 first. 519. Or Adelito, excuse me.
Adelito just screamed through that 12, and he is just running away with this game 3 right now. Oh, I like that. I like that setup. He's dropping a horizontal into another horizontal right here.
Influx has an opportunity to take a horizontal here and drop down into the vertical. He does it, leaves him open for the blue horizontal at the bottom, and gets that blue that he needs, gets the yellow out at a 602, but now with a 21 virus deficit behind Adelito, this is going to be really tough for him to get back into. But if anybody can do it, it's Influx.
It is, but he's gonna stop. You need to stop getting so many blue pills because he does not have a whole lot of use for them right now. I like what he's doing now, but think I think he's trying to potentially get a horizontal on those two reds. But okay, here we go. Builds the bridge, takes it. Everything's nice and flat. Now he's got limited access to red viruses, and then just like that, exposes some more. He's playing this level really well. He might be too far behind to make up this deficit.
Yeah, especially with Adelito making plays like the one he just did. Although a lot of red for Adelito,
Mm,
you got to think he's been wanting to take this long red horizontal, and he's gonna be able to at least attempt to set it up now that those yellows are out of the way. Curious to see what he's gonna do with the blue. Okay, yeah, he does signal that he is going to go for that red horizontal with the placement of that blue. Thought he might go for the drop, the vertical drop, but he saw something I didn't. And just gonna need those two reds, 1 and 2, out at a 730. Game
man,
3 to Adelito, and there go the sweeps.
yep. Finally time to put the broom away. It looks like Influx has just said to himself, you know what, that's fine. We're just gonna move on and get ready for game 4.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a game like that, then you definitely want it to be when you're up 2 games to none over your opponent. So that's one Influx is gonna be able to shake off and come back fist pumping in this game 4.
We got 2 readies. We got 3, 2, 1, and pills.
No rest for these two. A lot of yellow and a lot of blue to start off for Adelito. Fortunately, getting exactly what he needs though to get into the thick of this board, and loving that horizontal red that he was just blessed with by the good doctor.
Looking at Influx's board right now, he's looking for that horizontal clear right there, but and probably coming to the realization that he would be waiting for a double yellow, decided to just take the combo with a non monocolor pill, if you will. Making good use of all these double yellows he's getting though, and he is getting a lot of them.
And both of these players, just looking at the boards, it looks like Adelito would have a lead, which he does have just a slight lead. But both of these players really staying neck and neck with each other. Adelito going to need a lot of red, though, to get through his board, while Influx looking like he's going to need a lot of blue to get down to the rest of his board. I like the setup there. He is going to just go ahead and take the garbage instead of wait for the double red. Absolutely the right decision there by Influx. Those double colors don't always like to show up when you need them. And oh, look, there's a double red, right as I was saying that.
Of
Alex
course.
not to take the undertuck, but he's going to be able to get it here.
Yeah, you get the idea that Adelito really wanted to horizontally clear, and he can still horizontally clear that red virus on the bottom. The problem is, and now with all these double reds he's getting, at the end of all those double reds is not a pill that has any blue on it. So he had to wait a little extra time, and he is out at 158.
So Influx with a little bit of a lead here. Only 7 viruses though, and we saw Adelito in the last game overcome a 27 second, differential behind Influx. So absolutely, it's way too early to call both of these players here right in the thick of things as we are in our second level of this level block. Influx really wants this horizontal red here in the center of his board, and this blue
Here it
yellow followed by
comes.
the blue red is perfect for him. I
Ooh.
was a little afraid that the game might stutter a little bit there, but he is able to get that with no problems whatsoever.
Yeah, that's always a little bit of a scary moment when you realize that this game can crash if you combo a little too hard, but looks like Influx is probably fairly familiar with those limits by now and knows not to go too crazy with this. Meanwhile, check out this drop combo by Adelito. So beautiful.
Yeah, Adelito's board was looking really high until he was able to fire that off, and now it's only a 4 virus game. Um, just so much fun to watch both of these high level players do their thing. Wondering if Influx, and he's probably not gonna hold out for this red horizontal. It would be a lot to get down to. I don't know if he's gonna go for it, but what do I know?
Oh,
And he
here
is
we
gonna
go.
go for it, and he's gonna get it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he had been waiting for the right pills for some time. He was looking for some red yellows specifically, and he just wasn't getting them for a while. And all of a sudden, as he started to abandon his plans, he had got exactly what he needed.
And speaking of getting what he needed, Adelito got a lot of reds right at the right time, out at a 350, Influx out at a 359. So it's now Influx who's playing a little bit of catch up here. But again, not a big deficit at all. Definitely overcomable for either of these players. And Influx
Here
gonna get
comes
this
the fat
long
log.
red yellow fat log. You love to see it.
Great play. Absolutely love to see it. Very I actually love Influx's board right now. I'm looking over at Adelito's. You I see the horizontal play in columns 6 through 8. What's going on? However, it's hard to figure out what's going on the left hand side of his board. It's looking pretty jumbled over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
Okay,
happened
this
there for
this will definitely
Adelito.
help because that will get everything back down and into a much more manageable position. But that early level 12 has given Influx the opportunity to build his lead. This nice timely double blue here will give him a 0 drop double clear.
Yeah, now a 20 virus lead for Influx. Needing a lot of red though. You gotta think he's going for this red horizontal, and he is gonna do so. I wondered if he was gonna go for the flipping those blue yellows the other way to continue to drop some stuff down and make it even more useful. Doesn't do that, but as you see, it doesn't hurt him at all. Potentially could go for another fat log here. I don't know if that's going to be the play this time, and it does look like he's not going for that, but he does get the yellow horizontal. It's going to need a couple more blues. Of course, he gets the double blue after he blocks it off, but gets the red blue that he needs out at a 553 into his final level. But Adelito, only 6 viruses behind, he's still definitely in this.
Yeah, and immediately a slew of double reds to start level 13 for Influx. Definitely not friendly RNG here, but oh, decides not to take the horizontal there. That's interesting. But then he does get it. All right, so this board looks pretty neat and tidy for the most part. There's a little bit of garbage in column 1, but that's pretty easy to manage.
And Adelito joining Influx in his final level at a 620. Oh, really nice swim there by Adelito to get that double yellow into his column 2, I believe it was. Uh, yeah, it was really great.
We love a good swim here on the DrMC. Nice drop combo here for Influx, who maintains about a dozen virus lead. No lead is safe against Adelito, even though
Look at
it
that
is
all blue
good.
fat log.
Hmm.
Adelito is just fighting with every ounce of his being to get back in this. He's only down by 10 viruses.
Interesting play there by Influx. He had a red horizontal play of. I think he meant to drop that red yellow in column 3 instead of 4. It's not a majorly bad situation. He still has a 9 virus lead, so it's dwindling a little bit, but oh, very timely double yellow there for Influx,
Yep,
who
looking
just about has this wrapped up.
Yeah, it's looking really good for Influx, setting up this horizontal red and gets
You
the
got it.
red, gets the drop into the horizontal, and Influx has done it. Influx has taken down Adelito, who has just been amazing and is still amazing. The loss here does not take away the level of his play at all, but it will be Influx moving on to the finals in this month of August. Adelito is taken down for the first time in regular monthly play in a very, very long time. GG's to both players.